So I'm going to try a standard 4 round with a deck I saw premiered by theboyks from draftmagic.com. It has some slight changes to it just for my particular tastes. Anyone who wants to know about the, I guess, origins of the deck should head over there. I'll try and put a link in the description to the original deck review. The changes are, I removed 2 Midnight Hauntings from the main and replaced them with Thraben Doomsayers. Thraben Doomsayer does almost the same thing. It creates humans instead of spirits, so they don't have flying, but they do go well with the Champion of the Parish. It also, if you are at 5 or less life, which happens none too often, but does occasionally occur, creates another Anthem effect, which gives us Sorin, Intangible Virtue, Honor of the Pure, and Thraben Doomsayer as Anthem effects. And Anthem effects are what make the deck really get chugging along. I also made a change in the mana base slightly. I removed a single Plains for a Sun Petal Grove, and a single Gavany Township for a Vault of the Archangel. I think 2 Gavany Townships is fine, and a Vault of the Archangel sometimes is what you need in aggro matchups. Changes to the sideboard were to remove 2 Divine Offerings and replace them with Crushing Vines. I find Crushing Vines is a better option generally because of its modularity. The Destroying an Artifact is why the Divine Offerings were in there. They were getting rid of swords and Batterskulls and that sort of threat. But this also can target creatures with flying, since we really only have Lingering Souls, Oblivion Ring as our outs for creatures with flying. Siding in 2 more is not a bad idea, and generally it's still here just for the artifacts. But another change was to remove a 1 Mirren Crusader, replace it with a Sever the Bloodline. It does not perform the same effect. The original reason for the Mirren Crusader was to block Thrun and that sort of deal. But Sever the Bloodline plays better with the Elspeth Unburial Rites matchup, or at least it has performed well for me. I also removed a Timely Reinforcements for a Midnight Haunting. I don't think Timely Reinforcements wants to be in this deck. I generally have more creatures on the board than my opponent unless they have swept, and if they've swept, they don't tend to replace it with a creature immediately, or rather reinforce their side with a creature immediately. It's still pretty good in the Red Burn matchup, so I've kept 2 in the sideboard. And that's it generally. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and run through a standard 4-man and see how it performs.